When a product just works exactly how I expect it to, it's tough to make a review without sounding like a shill, but that's the point that I'm at with the Viofo A139. Once I'd installed the camera in my car and set it up through the app, it just kind of blended into the background. I forgot it was there. And to me, that's it. That's the crux of the perfect dashcam design. This point where you think, or more or less don't think, about the camera actually existing until you need it. And the Viofo A139 has the video quality, reliability, and capability to just be that. The kind of camera you set up and don't think about. And all of this is in a package that is, well, not cheap, but relatively affordable compared to other high-end 3-channel dashcams. The one, I guess, quirk about this camera is that its setup is only using an app. So the reality is that the quality of the camera relies on the quality of the app, and Viofo's app kind of has a bad reputation like most dashcam suppliers. For me, however, on my Samsung Galaxy S9, a phone that's been around for a while at this point, the app posed no issues. Press and hold the Wi-Fi button on the camera to enable Wi-Fi, then in your phone's settings, go and find the network the camera creates. Connect to that, and then make sure that your phone stays connected, because a lot of phones do automatically disconnect Wi-Fi when they do not detect an internet connection. Here in the app, you're given a live preview, which allows you to set up the camera, make sure that the horizon is centered, and also that the camera is pointed in the correct direction. As well, you can change all of the camera's settings here. Most importantly, set up the date and time and any parking mode features that you'd want. Once the cameras are lined up and stuck on, it's time to start with wiring. And in the A139, Viofo has included these real nice, thin, skinny wires, which makes it super easy to tuck them in behind panels. The camera body itself only includes a couple buttons, and we'll go over those real quick. Power on and off, recording start and stop, lock footage, microphone on and off, and Wi-Fi on and off. There's also a reset hole on the side just in case you get into any trouble. The top of the camera has two unique features that are not found in many other high-end dashcams: an AV output and a microphone input. That means Uber and Lyft drivers or people who want to do auto vlogging can have that external microphone and better quality without having to go through the steps of synchronizing audio in post-production. You've already seen some samples of video quality during the introduction, and so I'll keep this brief. Video quality is great. Mind you, better video quality can be found on other cameras, such as more advanced HDR features that gets a little bit better highlighting and shadows, or a real 4K camera that has better license plate readability. But to me, the Viofo A139 kind of sticks the middle just perfectly between license plate readability, video quality, and overall reliability. Adding in a true 4K front camera would have significant impact on the amount of processing power needed and add more heat that the camera generates. As it is now, this camera is stable in most weather conditions, so there's no point compromising that for a marginal increase in resolution. What I'm saying in less technical terms is that video quality is pretty good overall, and strikes the balance between license plate readability, file size, and heat output. Now, the rear camera, this is the one place I think it could be improved. I've seen better rear cameras from other Viofo cameras, whether it's just the processing, the amount of sharpness added, and it kind of looks chunky, maybe that's the best word to describe it. License plate readability and color reproduction are fine, but yeah, it's not the best. The interior camera, on the other hand, well, yeah, it's pretty good. Again, we're in the position where it's a max 1080p camera, so you could get better video quality setting up a GoPro, but for something that's built into the single dash cam and all recording to the single memory cards, this is pretty premium. There's an excellent level of sharpness during the day, and even in low light with the IR sensor automatically turning on, you can tell what's going on. You can see the people, the faces, the back seat, and that's the important part. I know my windshield's not the cleanest that it could be today, but it's gonna have to do. I have this feeling that tomorrow it's gonna be way snowier and way more dangerous to drive. So I'm glad we're getting out and getting this footage right now at least. To sum up this relatively short review video, this camera just works. There's not really much I can point out in terms of flaws. And then it's easy to nitpick and criticize at the video quality, but when it turns on, records, and turns off, everything is more or less as expected. There's no point digging into those little tiny details. Like, sure, the rear camera video could be improved and the front camera could be 4K, but where the market is at this present point in time, the Viofo A139 strikes a great balance in terms of its performance, reliability, and overall cost. Anyone who asks me what 3-channel dash cam should I get, at the point of posting this video, this is my recommendation. I've not yet got my hands on the Viofo T130 and tested that camera, but even so, I have my doubts that I'll recommend it over the A139, for the sole reason that I like the flexibility of the interior camera being a separate unit. But we'll have to see when that camera arrives, maybe 2-3 months, it's still a ways out. Anyways, hope this review was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And I do have Patreon if you want to help support the channel directly. See you soon.